Hey everyone, it's David here. I'm going to take you today into my Facebook group and go over a couple recent testimonies that have touched me dearly, like so many do from our members. I have a crazy title for this section. It's Warrior Success, and it's different than show. I have plenty of checks and stuff that I've shown you that I could show you, but I'm going to put a couple comments on this section, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it and how it works. So let's jump right into things. But before I show this to you, do me a favor. If you have not subscribed my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click the subscription link down below. Click the notification link. I would love for you to be some of my lucky winners. All right, let's jump into this. The person who wrote this. So first of all, this reads, the average life expectancy is 78 years, while the retirement age is 67. We work for 50 years to maybe enjoy 11. Start enjoying life now. No one is guaranteed tomorrow. When I transitioned from teaching into being a full-time entrepreneur, it was one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life. And if you don't know about me and my childhood, I grew up in a latchkey house. It was just my mother working full-time. She took her job very seriously, and she would leave before I woke up in the morning. I would go to school. I would come home, and I had an older sister. And my mom would sometimes get home between probably the hours of 4 to 7, sometimes later, sometimes earlier. She took her job very seriously. We were very financially tight. Our income was pretty much what she brought in. If I wanted something as a kid, I had to learn how to financially provide for myself in most cases. I used to sell avocados from door to door. I would pick avocados from the neighbor's tree. Some loved me, some didn't. I probably just took them anyway. And I would grab these, and I would go door to door and say, hey, do you want to buy avocados? And after every so many doors, I would get someone that would say, oh, I was going to go to the store and buy some. And they would buy, and I would make money, and I would save it, and I would buy things with that. And that's what I did as a kid. What's interesting is I knew the houses that were likely to receive me and buy. And eventually, as I did my little routes, I knew which doors to knock on. I picked up a paper route at the age of 10, which was really super cool for me. And it kills me that we don't let our youth have paper routes now, because for me, it was a really awesome responsibility, and taught me about entrepreneurship. And I would collect, which I hated, because, half of the people would, have excuses on why to come back. And I was always going back trying to get people to collect at that time. But I would again save money and buy things with my paper route. And I was an entrepreneur. It's weird because I started working and I was trying stuff on entrepreneurship, if you don't know my history. And I started seeing friends graduate from college. I decided to go to college late, and I got into teaching and worked a number of jobs before then. Again, I'm not here to knock education, but I was definitely not enjoying it at the end. And if you haven't heard my story in a nutshell, I had class sizes of anywhere from 40 to 42 in some of my classes. And when I did data search, because I noticed a lot of kids were struggling, between 68 to 70% of my students had failed previous level math. That's not teaching, it's babysitting. But I didn't even know anything about surplus funds then, like I work with now. I love the fact, like, if I had been teaching, I would have had to take the day off. I would have had to find a substitute. I just wouldn't have been able to have done it, So I like the fact that we have the freedom in our schedule to be able to maneuver things around. Doesn't mean I didn't have to work those couple hours as an entrepreneur. When I look at goals, one goal I commonly see is something like, I want to eat pizza all day and sit on the couch and watch movies. Well, you're not going to be an entrepreneur, because being an entrepreneur, you've got to be a worker, and you've got to build a product, and you've got to build a business, and you've got to put a lot of work into it, and you've got to be dedicated, and you have to always have that focus in front of you. And if you're going to be lazy, sitting out by the pool, I mean, that's an unrealistic life. Now, you could have some freedom of time. You could control your schedule. You could be your own boss. You call your own shots. And it is scary. I'm not guaranteed that paycheck that I was in teaching, but even the last time, and I've talked about this on videos, I called one of the other math teachers in my department, and this guy was telling me 11 more years and I'm out of here. Right? I envy where you're at, 11 more years. Then I'll have that certain amount every single month. I'll have the benefits. He goes, I can't stand it. I absolutely hate it here. It's super, super bad. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, like I am enjoying life now. I've got some summer trips planned. I've got some winter trips planned. I've got different things happening in my life. And I'm thinking, wow, I'm glad I'm doing this in my life now versus you know, having to do the time and then enjoy it, and it's just going through the misery that he was going through. I want to show you one more post in here, and this is from someone who is fairly new in the program. Okay, so here it is right here. It's now been 21 days, nothing but including with the courses, cold call, and truly working my magic to prove my own success. Channel 9 days away from 30 days. I have progression on a building my pipeline. I have successfully had a face-to-face appointment with a client that traveled to my town and came to my house to meet with me. Let's say I got lucky, and when he got here, I realized I knew them for years. I'm excited to say I have other things in the works. I cannot explain how much growth within myself. Less than 30 days to go. If you haven't done part of this in the Mindset Challenge, I truly, purely, wholeheartedly advise and recommend you do so. Not for others, but for yourself. And then she goes through the steps. This is a gal that has put together a huge part of our program. She's been on the coaching call. She asks me questions. She's always talking about deals that she's getting. And she talks about, we recommend that you refresh yourself. Spencer, if you're watching this video, this is definitely your section here. So huge congratulations to you. But she goes through here like no social media, no drinking, no TV, no negative news, no gossiping. I love this, man. This is absolutely incredible and great. Promise to myself, take full responsibility. She's gone through here. This girl has gotten deal after deal after deal in our program. She's definitely one of our top people in the program, and it's cool to see in here. So this is just warrior success that I just wanted to go over and share with you a little bit in our program and what's going on and the benefits of working for yourself. You've got to be disciplined, and you've really got to take this seriously. This person here has brought in tons of commission. I've actually helped her with a couple of her deals and some of our other coaches. So it's cool to see her in the program, and it's cool to see how far she's done with this. So a lot of times I show a check, I'll say, hey, check out this check, check out this check. Well, now I'm talking about the attitude and the mindset behind some of those checks and what it takes to succeed. Hey, again, if you've not subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click the link down below. Click the notification link. I'd love for you to be one of my lucky winners, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.